I understand that deprescribing studies in the past have not always been able to demonstrate positive effects. And I'm aware that you are leading on the CHARMA study, which will evaluate a deprescribing intervention. How is the CHARMA study going to be any better than previous studies?
We have taken a very different approach to previous studies intending to increase proactive deprescribing. So the CHARMA, which is Comprehensive Geriatrician-Led Medication Review, to get to where we are with the intervention has taken us 7 years of development. So we started right from the beginning of understanding what patients, geriatricians and pharmacists feel about proactive deprescribing. What are the barriers? What are the enablers? And then we've designed an intervention that specifically targets the things that they prioritised as needing addressing. So, for example, when we spoke to geriatricians and pharmacists, they said they felt very confident in their knowledge to be able to identify when medicines should be considered for stopping. So unlike other interventions, we're not providing any education or tools on which, on lists of medicines that should be considered for stopping. They actually said that would put them off. And things like prompts where we get little alerts that say consider stopping, they say we get prompt fatigue. We're constantly getting those for everything. It's just yet another one for us to ignore. So elements like that we haven't included. What they told us were the 5 key things that we needed to address are, firstly, we needed to make them feel that it is a priority for their employer, for their hospital, and that because they felt that actually hospitals really were just prioritising patient flow, making sure that we had, as soon as patients are well, that they're discharged so that we reduce waiting times. So they needed to feel confident that the hospital absolutely wanted them to do this. We've already talked about this misconception that patients are resistant to deprescribing. So they told us that patients don't want us to do this. So we needed to address that misconception in the CHARMA intervention. The third thing is that pharmacists felt, on balance, that it's safer to do nothing rather than to stop a medicine that's currently causing no harm, even though it is likely that on balance in the future it will cause harm. So we needed to address that sort of feeling of inertia is better than doing something. We needed to provide protected time for pharmacists to be able to meet with geriatricians to discuss patients that may benefit from deprescribing.
So some major differences there. I think CHARMA has also incorporated an element of feedback. Can you talk to us a bit about that?
Geriatricians and pharmacists felt that in hospital, when they do good things, they never get to reap the rewards of it. They never get to see the benefits of it because the patient gets discharged. So they said they wanted, this will be more work for them, and they wanted to get some sort of feedback of the good things that are happening as a result of this extra work. And what they co-designed with us was an approach to monitoring their performance in having discussions with patients about proactive deprescribing. Because remember, we talked about this, the discussion appears to be very important in terms of determining whether patients then agree to try a cessation of the medicine. So in CHARMA, what we're doing is we are capturing information. So they enter on their computer when they have a discussion about proactively deprescribing, and that data then gets fed into a system that then reports back to them, and they can see not just their performance as a hospital, but the performance of all the other hospitals in the trial, and that, they said, was the best that they felt we could do in terms of them seeing some kind of positive outcome from their extra efforts.
I see. And how many hospitals are involved in the Chalmers study?
We have just completed small scale testing in 4 hospitals, and it's looking positive. So we are moving forward with the main trial, which will be across 24 hospitals in England. And we're looking to start in the autumn of this year.
And when can we expect to see results from the Chalmers study?
We plan to complete in 2025, and the results some early results should be coming out in early 2026.
Professor Debi Bhattacharya, thank you very much for sharing your experience and insights into deprescribing. That really has been most interesting. For more information about Professor Bhattacharya's work, please follow the links in the description, and be sure to subscribe for more news, videos and journals. For updates straight to your inbox, please follow the links below. And thanks for watching.